Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi sir, I am Bunga Rambe from English Education Department of 4D. On this video, I will presenting about curriculum based on the PPT slides by Fabio choelo. For the first, when we say teachers has curriculum leaders, leaders are people who decides, who guides the people who have the authority to make policies. In reality, we know that many teachers are not playing the role of the leaders. Many teachers are just following rules from their superior. Teachers are the person of individual who know their student, who know their school, who know their facilities, or know what facilities are available in their classroom in this course. So based on what they know about the students, based on what they know about the classroom, based on what they know about facilities available in their schools, they can make the right decisions on how to teach and what to teach to their students. And first is teachers and curriculum. First is curriculum transmitters, deliver prescribed curriculum or students' book and teacher's guide without introducing new materials or topics or what making significant change and adaptation. The first one, teacher says transmitters. What they do is turn the coronavirus be transmitted between to deliver the material from the government without making any change. Second is curriculum developers. Curriculum developers develop curriculum through prescribed curriculum materials and topics, student new materials and topic, and make significant change and adaptation. And the average teacher who made the change, teacher who adapted the material provided by the government, why they made the change, why they made the arrest, they made the change, they made the decision because they found the material from the Eastern example government too difficult to make it easier for the student. The talk Old Navy was inappropriate with the caribou culture. So it is important to make change because by making change and adaptation, students will learn to get lost. And the last is curriculum makers. Develop a curriculum without reference to official curriculum materials and topics. The third are teachers who are true legislators. They are not critical teachers. They are not just teachers on the school calendar for lockers, but they are who become curriculum. What does this mean? They make their curriculum so they don't depend on curriculum commands like books. Important documents provided by the government, and in this situation, the government allows them to make curriculum for the students. They teach this. This is what happens in Finland. Where teachers are given the freedom to create or curriculum for students. So, for example, if you are an English teacher in Finland, you are permitted by the government to create or maintain curriculum content there for students. Maintain curriculum content there for students. Uh, and most importantly, it is important to play a role as a curriculum is to have the skills and knowledge to create curriculum. And the second is what it takes to be a curriculum leader. First is professional knowledge. There is content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and pedagogical content knowledge curriculum development skills. And the second is commitment to change. There is first discussion, dialogue, and peer observations, feedback, knowledge of pedagogical. Content and skills with respect to the content you teach. Example of English you need to know how to speak English better than what it's called because excellent pedagogical knowledge means general. With whatever the subject you need to have pedagogical knowledge of depth. For example, the ability to start class skills in controlling and managing classes that's what we call pedagogical knowledge. You know need those skills and knowledge no matter what subject or content you teach. But still our knowledge is specific to continue teaching so far. For example, respect due to certain skills you need to teach. And for example, the very specific skills you need to teach math about biology, and that's also specific skills and knowledge you need to teach English that you don't need when you teach math or biology or vice versa. And then the skill of curriculum development that a teacher needs to their curriculum development skills. At least you know what to change, what not to change, what to remove, what to include, what not to include, because you are the one who pays attention. The second is the commitment to change, because there is a tradition that has been around for a long time. A commitment to change because there are traditions that have been around for a long time, but the traditions are not always true. The traditions are not always good to teach students, and you have to have a commitment to change them. Maybe you have. And the third is in summary, curriculum leaders process. There is comprehensive understanding of the pragmatics of curriculum design. Second is global understanding of education as a socio-political enterprise. And in short, curriculum leaders have the number one comprehensive understanding of curriculum design pregnant image, what it means. You need to have the knowledge you need to understand understand curriculum design. You need to understand that you have the authority, you have to make change to adopt the curriculum provided by the government. For you to understand that what is given by the government is not always irrelevant, not always useful, not always suitable for students getting a second teaching global understanding. And of education as a socio-political enterprise, so this is a bit complicated to understand, but one example globally, we have what you call climate change, and this climate change problem has been accommodation accommodation in education in English teaching. We need to include the material about how much climate change material is about conservation environment. A lot of climate change material on environmental conservation, so we don't just teach English in about 2 hours. Climate change with one of them, and another one is the need to say ensure that the education we give our students is the education given to our students in teaching peace and tolerance, including them in anything with each other. When we do English with each other, each of the values of peace and tolerance for peace and tolerance to our students. This is what you mean by global understanding of education as social politic. I think that's all from me. I'm sorry for my mistake, sir. I'm close. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.